Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, doing another Swiss Dragons of Tarkir Fate Reforged draft. Open, secure the wastes. Very good. First pick that. Enduring Victory, probably the second best card. Actually a weak pack outside of Secure the Wastes and Enduring Victory. So we're definitely getting the best card by a mile out of here. And Secure the Waste definitely strikes me as a card that's easily splashable, so I'm not even super committed to white by first picking it, which is nice. Alright, well, past more good white cards. I mean, Flatten is a better card than Pacifism, but Pacifism stays on color with our first pick, so it seems correct. There's also Dramoka Warrior in here, but we'll take Pacifism. Flatten and I don't even know how to pronounce it. What have I always said? Euclid Cobra. You could Cobra. Pacifism, I think, is what we're going to take. Stay on color. Like I said, not as good as Flatten, but it's close enough where I'm fine taking it just to stay on color with our first pick. All right. I mean, I don't think I want Arishan Sovereign, to be honest. I don't really like this card all that much. It's good. 6/6 flyer is big, but I could just pacify it and then don't have to worry about it anymore. Probably just going to take Epic Confrontation, which is a really good card. Certainly the best card remaining in here, I think. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's take the removal. All right, probably just take another Epic Confrontation. I've actually played Sunbringer's Touch, and I think the card's decent. But I'm going to take another Epic Confrontation because I love this card. And it's very strong removal, so happily picking that. Okay. On color, we have Segmented Crotique and Champion of Arishan. Best card in the pack, I guess, is probably Commune with Lava, but I'm not going to pick it here. I never really end up playing the Champion of Arishan. I think I like the Segmented Crotique more. I think green-white is probably the right place for Champion of Arishan, though. I can say that. I mean, not only is it very good with Epic Confrontation, but you get all those bolster effects. It's certainly worthy of considering, but I don't know. Segmented Crotique's been pretty good for me throughout this format. And I feel like champions tend to go a little bit late. I guess Segmented Crotiques do too. All right, we can take Inspiring Call. I mean, it's certainly at home in the green-white deck. What do we got? Like a 6th pick, Kolaghan Aspirant. That card's definitely good too. Sandstorm Charger's all right. We'll take the Inspiring Call. Like I said, this is definitely the right color combination for it. So if it works out, great. If not, no big deal. Double Inspiring Call? I mean, I can. I'm giving up an Inoc Artillerist and an Artful Maneuver, both of which are playable but not amazing. I guess Inspiring Call in multiple's not really all that good, except if we end up with a bunch of Servant to the Scales. Just nets you cards. I'll take it, on the chance that I can make it work. I've never played him in multiples, so it seems like something I'm going to want to do. People usually get upset when I take Drowner, I guess. I don't know why. I still think the card's great. I guess people don't think it's great anymore. I don't know why. I love the card. No, there's nothing in here I care about otherwise. Tread Upon. I don't care. Tarka Monument might open me up for like a red splash. Too bad, so sad. Sorry people don't like me taking Drowner, I apologize. I apologize that this pick offends you. Alright, Glaring Aegis versus Sheltered Area. Let's take the Airy. I'm all forward making multicolor decks nowadays. As I've played this format more, I've started to like playing 3-color. I'll take a Lore Master here. It's pretty good with our epic confrontations at the very least. Yeah, I don't care about any of these. I guess I'll take the on-color card, or who knows, maybe white doesn't work out. Maybe blue is open. Wow, Commune with Lava? People don't like it, huh? And there I was saying it was like the strongest card in the pack, and yet no one cares about it. I think it's a great card. All right, we'll take Mystic Meditation. Okay, interesting start. We're for sure green. With double epic confrontation, I definitely want to make that work. Actually, maybe we sort by color for now, till I get a better gauge of what's going on. I've yet to make the green-blue deck. I got to admit, I'm not super impressed. Although if I get a bunch of Gadul Lurkers, maybe Inspiring Call is actually good. We'll see. Well, opened a great card in Surak the Hunt Caller, since he's very strong. Other good picks in here. Airy Bowmasters. For us, nothing else really. Anticipate Spellfist, maybe. Spellfist, I guess, with epic confrontations, pretty good. You get to fight with a 3/5, and then get in for 3 unblockable. It's not bad. Let's take Surak. Okay, Shield-Eyed Dragon is pretty awesome. I love that card. Couple decent blue picks, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I think we just take Shield-Eyed Dragon. I like it more than Enduring Victory, I think. Shield-Eyed Dragon's a great finisher. Alright, Scaleguard Sentinel, but I don't like that as much, I don't think, as Mist of Kirin. There's also a Beastbreaker. Some good white cards in here. And Lightwalker seems like it's definitely at home in a green-white deck with all the pumps, but currently don't have a bunch of bolster effects. I'm just going to take the Kirin. Interacts really well with the Inspiring Call and doesn't require us to have a dragon like Scaleguard Sentinels does. Alright, Servant of the Scale might, even though it could wheel, I'm definitely thinking Servant might be right with double Inspiring Call. Like I said, there's a decent chance that it just tables. But otherwise I take what? A Strong Arm Monk? Strong Arm Monk works pretty well with the fight spells and pacifism. And Inspiring Call even. I mean, just because, not because you have counters or anything, but Strong Arm Monk's definitely stronger than Servant, but Servant seems to be the right pick for this deck based on the double Inspiring Call. I'm going to take the weaker card here just because I want my deck to have some good synergies. Okay, Tactician. Dragon Scarred Bear, once again, I think is a better card, but Tactician seems synergistically better for our deck. So I'll take that instead. Another Lore Master. I guess I take Artful Maneuver. Probably don't need a second Lore Master. Not even sure if blue's going to happen yet. It seems like I should say, I'm still just trying to make like a nice solid green-white beatdown deck work. Alright, Dragon Hunter's a pretty awesome card. It's a fairly late Palace Familiar. But I'll still take the Dragon Hunter. Still works pretty well with Epic Confrontation. Alright. Scale Blessing seems correct when you got double Inspiring Call. Bowmaster's very good too. And I like Herald of Dramoka, but I'm going to take the Scale Blessing. Guess at this point, let's just commit. So, still going to need some more guys that have counters, but We're off to a pretty good start. Right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to need Sheltered Area. If I open like a rare that I want to splash for, I could consider it. All right, Strong Arm Monk is certainly fine for this deck. I would go as far as saying good for this deck, and in general, so I'm pretty happily taking it here. Particularly good with Rebound, so Artful Maneuver gets infinitely stronger. I love Pinion Feast. I like Territorial Rock too, but Pinion Feast is just such an excellent card. I mean, you can main deck it, but even if we don't end up main decking it, it's got to be one of the best green sideboard options. All right, happily taking Lightwalker. I wish I had more ways to put counters on, but Scale Blessing is at least one way. And Servant to the Scale works pretty well with it. All right. I mean, at the very least, it's a 2-drop that our deck wants. I guess Dance of the Skywise is the most playable of all those. Sure. Okay, so going into pack 3, we only need 6 cards to make a deck. We're green-white trying to make a token strategy work, but right now the Inspiring Calls aren't looking like they're going to make it. Well, perhaps I spoke too soon. Yeah, Citadel Siege is just amazing, so really happily first picking that. And nothing else really comes close. Hope to Wheel a Dragon Bell Monk. Frontier Mastodon, I guess, actually does work. Not great for our deck because we don't have a lot of 4-power guys, but fits in with the counter theme. If we could ever, you know, make it a 4-3. But yeah, so let's take one of the strongest cards in the format. I love Citadel Siege. Okay, Sky Captain does fit in with our token theme. Otherwise, there's Return to the Earth. No, let's take Sky Captain. Heel Cutter's probably, not even probably, is the strongest card remaining in this pack, but we are not in that color. Okay, so Einok Guide fits in with the token theme, which makes me kind of want to take it here. I think Soul Summons obviously works better with Strong Arm Monk. Map the Waste, I guess, does actually work with our token theme too, but we're kind of short on creatures. I'm going to take the Einok Guide. Lotus Eye Mystics works with pacifism, sort of. And I guess it brings back Citadel Siege too. That's worthy of considering. Soul Summons is just a good card with like Strong Arm Monk and stuff. I'm going to take the Einok Guide. When you're short on lands, it's valuable, and when you've got 2 Inspiring Calls and a Scale Blessing, it just seems correct. Okay, Hunt the Weak. And there's Honor's Reward, and there's Sandstep Outcast. That makes this difficult. Hunt the Weak, I mean, works the best with the token theme. Sandstep Outcast, I think, is the best card of my choices here. I mean, Ruthless Instincts is good too, but Honor's Reward, I mean, that is really good. And I missed it in the last draft. A few people pointed that out. I kind of feel like I need the Outcast. Not only is it an amazing card in general, but we're creature light still, and Strong Arm Monk, it has good interactions with that. It just puts bodies on the board. You know, when you're behind on, when your opponent goes 1-drop, 2-drop, I can't think of a better way to just stop that in its tracks other than Sandstep Outcast. Maybe we get lucky and wheel Honor's Reward or Hunt the Weak or Ruthless Instincts. Any of those would be great. Okay, I think the best card on color for us is probably the Dragon Bell Monk. Synergistically, we do have the Frontier Mastodon, but we only have a couple dudes that can even you know, give it ferocious. Dragon Bell Monk works pretty awesome. I think we gotta take the Monk. As much as I want a nice token-themed deck to work, it just doesn't feel like Mastodon is going to work all that well in here. Dragon Bell Monk gets insane with Citadel Siege, too. I don't think any of these cards matter for us. Let's hate the strongest card, which is probably Mardu Scout, just because it's pretty aggressive. I can deal with big dragons with sideboard plan or main deck even. Teamer Battle Rage is pretty good too, but let's hate the Scout. Seems like the most aggressive card. All right. I guess we take Channel Harm. It's certainly playable. Currently our 23rd card until find something other than that. All right, there's a Pharaoh Crew Shock. There's a land, but I think we want a second Monk. And I guess at this point we're cutting, probably cutting Inspiring Call. If I do a count on number of cards with counters, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we have a fair amount, but certainly not worthy of playing 2. I'll consider 1. All right. Abzan Advantage fits in with the theme. We don't have any naturalizes, so it's something we can sideboard into. Turn to the Earth is a really nice sideboard card to have. All right. Did table Lotus Eye Mystics, so I think I might take that for sideboard too, unless there's something weaker in my main deck. Probably not. Pressure Point's playable too. But I'll take the Mystics in case my opponent's got like Inox Survivalist or something. I don't know. All right. Did not table the Honors Reward, unfortunately, so we'll take Ruthless Instincts here. Frontier Mastodon. Yeah. I don't think we're playing it, though. I don't think this deck, unfortunately, I don't think Inspiring Call is going to make the cut. Just does not seem as synergistically good in this deck as it did in my last one. I mean, we certainly have some creatures I can use with it, but I was not able to make it come together in a way that I'm satisfied with. Scale Blessing, on the other hand, is like always playable, regardless of whether you have a bunch of +1/+1 counter stuff, so we'll take that, but, well, I mean, we're not going to play Mastodon. Maybe I can find a cut other than Inspiring Call. I don't know what, though. I kind of like everything else in our deck. Yeah, I think it's in our best interest to probably just cut the... Probably just cut the Inspiring Call. Just be okay with the fact that it didn't work out. It's not a big deal. Our deck's still really strong without it. If I had a bunch more morph, if I'd picked up a bunch of Guardian Shield Bearers or, you know, cheap morphs, I would have been much more on board with it. But as it is now, I just don't think it's good enough. So we'll cut it. But the rest of the deck looks very good. I mean, we have Citadel Siege, like I said, bonkers, very strong. Strong Arm Monk with Secure the Waste, very good synergy there, as well as the Monk with the Outcast. Our counter guys still get value from the Scale Blessing, and Scale Blessing Citadel Siege work well together as well. Other than that, yeah, pretty straightforward little green-white beatdown deck. Not as much beatdown as my last one, but certainly not worthy of 18 lands. We're 2-color, we have an Inoc Guide, we top out at like 6 with 1 card. 7 if you want to count the morph on this, but I tend to hardcast Shieldhide Dragon just as much as I morph it. Same with Segmented Crotique, so even if you want to put them in their 6-drop slots, our curve's not that bad. So I guess I'm running it like this. And much more white than green. Is this going to be a 10-7? It might be. Although we only have 1 spell that requires double white. I guess we'll do 9-8. Let me look at where the green spells lie on our curve. Yeah, like, I want to be able to cast Inoc Guide to find a second white mana if I need be. So I guess this is the deck. It's not bad. It's not insane. It's arguably better than the one I just drafted, only because Citadel Siege is so good, but we shall see how this deck pans out. So, all right. We have good sideboard options, too, with Pinion Feast and Return to the Earth, so The Blue-White Skies deck, I feel like we have a great plan against that. Any sort of rare enchantment, we've got a nice out against that as well. So that doubles as a combat trick. It's pretty convenient. Okay, yep. So I guess if we play against Crux of Fate, maybe I can bring in an Inspiring Call. Make that work. But yes, this is the deck. So running it like this, we'll see round 1.